Yeah. Um, well, motherhood. Fun.
What a joy.
What a joy. They say nothing prepares you for it, and they are correct. There's a before and an after you have kids. And it's two different realities. That's really what it is. I don't think anything prepares you for it emotionally, mentally, practically. Like, it's,
It is a lot. You're no longer yourself.
you are no longer yourself.
You're
Let's,
plus
yeah,
one, plus two, plus three.
let's discuss.
Yes, I like being a mom. I have one child, my
Mm-hmm.
daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean like I'm in just the position of life where everything's about her.
Mm-hmm.
All my socializing is because she has somewhere to be. She has a kid party. Can't leave her at home.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's just about her. We moved to Florida. I agreed to move to Florida for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my husband, Vinny, he wanted to move, and my neighborhood was kind of like dangerous in terms of the car traffic. It was very busy.
Mm,
And here she has a cul-de-sac and she's free to ride her bike, and it's
mm.
cool.
Yeah,
So
I think the biggest adjustment is that the day that you give birth is the day that you no longer live for yourself. That part of you dies. You're no longer able to just wake up in the morning and just frolic in bed, just lay there and just scroll or read or just lazily go back to bed.
yes, that is the hope. That is the hope that when you hear your child crying, you're going to get up and you're going to help your child.
Well, otherwise, what are you going to do? They're just going to keep screaming. It's not like you can enjoy yourself. You have no choice.
Right. I was friends with the teacher and I heard horrible stories, but they were like third graders
Oh,
where
yeah.
you know, the parents just didn't care. Like you and I feel like we are people who care about our children and we enroll them in activities. And there's another side that doesn't as much. And it's sad for those kids.
I'm sorry, third grade. There's no need for me come to you. You have a problem, you come to me. I don't know. If my child is screaming in their room and they're in third grade is what, how many, what
Oh
year?
no, that was like for a baby. The third grade, this like you got to get up, you got to get yourself to school. The mother's still sleeping.
No, third grade, girl, boy, you got to get up in the morning. You make yourself breakfast and you get to watch TV before until your parents wake up. That's the way I roll. I don't know when
Saturday,
that's
Sunday, right?
right. I mean, obviously, I don't expect her to make herself like an omelet, but hey, you get yourself a snack and you just hang out. Don't bother me.
I expect that from my 6-year-old. I'm
Yes.
like, it's Saturday.
When did
Please
it
don't wake me
start?
up. What happened?
When did it start that you allowed that you expected that from her?
Like when she turned 6,
Yeah.
like I'll leave the stuff out for you. You just go to the room and, nothing big like Cheerios.
Yeah, of course.
Um, go go watch TV until mommy wakes up. Like I wake up at 6 o'clock every day, which she has to be in school, but I have to make breakfast for pack her lunch. I forgot what I was saying, but she does know to just go watch TV, but like not every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She does not know every weekend. Some weekends she remembers.
Mm. Yeah. I
But I don't
mean,
even sleep that late. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll wake up now at 7 o'clock.
oh God. No, here I am saying, oh God. I mean, I wake up till like, I sleep till 8, or if I'm able to
That's
be,
being wild.
that's wild. I mean, if I'm able to be in bed till 9, like, whoa,
That's
that's like,
insanity. That's
that's
like
that's special. That's
that's
special.
mommy's sick.
Yes,
Mommy's
yes,
sick. She's not
yes,
able to get up.
yes. But besides being there for them physically, there's that aspect that you can't get them out of your head. They they become a part of your brain,
Yeah. I think
and
about her all the time.
you think about like, how, what do I do? Like, I forgot to do this, or I need to do this, or she needs to do this, and it consumes you.
Right. And we talked about this the other day, you and I, off podcasting, about how when we go on girls' trips though, right? I think about my daughter and I'm like, oh, she would like to see this. This is something she would enjoy. Like when we went to Arizona, I called her, I'm like, look at the cactus. And she didn't care at
Mm.
all. Like I cared more about like,
Hmm.
look at this. This is so cool. And you're like, nope, you
Yep.
don't. But yeah, but you're there all the time. You care when you're at home. So yeah, caring about them, and we have daughters, and that's a tough one.
That's actually interesting. I didn't think about that in that way, because you're right. When we go on girls' trips, I think at that point I completely allow myself to shut off because I'm not there.
Like I've been on girls trip. Well, we we're in the same girls trip, and I find that we've had girls be like emotional about their kids or emotional about kids, and we could go on vacation, but we cannot leave our hormones at home. We have to like, we are just there, just in a different location. So we're gonna think, well, you don't as much, but I'm like my babies.
No, I'm like, why? I see you guys on your phones calling the kids. And I'm like, why? You only got like 3 days to get away. What are you doing? You just escaped from prison. Why would you call back to check in?
Oh, it's a thumbs up.
Yeah. Like, why would you call back prison and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing? You were able to get a jail out of free card. Why are you wasting time?
I don't know. And honestly, my family really doesn't care when I call. I just want to check in on them. I want to show them what I'm seeing, but they don't care as much. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't
You think it's
know.
guilt? You think it's mom guilt? Because mom guilt is real.
Yeah, maybe. You see, the thing is that, like, for the most part, I'm a stay-at-home mom, or when I'm working, I work from home. Like,
Hmm.
I have time to pick up my daughter. Like, I have more of like a schedule where I'm with her more, you
Hmm.
know? And so I don't know. Maybe that's something.
Um, I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't.
have mom, like, I don't know why I would have mom guilt. That was the point. I don't know why I would. Maybe I just like want to share it with her.
I think again, it's just that nurturing part of us. We have that. I think when you give life to something, you have this sense of needing to take care of it, and it consumes you. I think I don't know. I don't know what really happens, and I can't imagine that all moms are like this, but I imagine most are.
A lot. If you want to be a mama.
If you want to be a real mom, right?
But
Like,
also, okay, so we also talked about this offline about finding yourself outside of motherhood, right?
hmm,
You're taking care of your kids, and a lot of
hmm,
moms, what I'm seeing, are doing amazing things with their children, right? Like, so I believe when a kid excels at sports, it's because the mother pushed them. Like,
100%.
the child cannot drive themselves
Mm-mm.
to football practice,
Hmm.
and they lose a part of themselves. But they're doing such great work being moms and doing that for their kids. But also, like in our circle of friends, like mostly everyone works. People have lives outside of raising their children,
Hmm.
you know? So I think that's harder because you also still care about your child, but you also have that other thing that you are able to do. You are able to escape. Yeah, it's to work. Maybe this is naive of me.
No, you're 100% right. It isn't very much an escape. And
To like
I,
create ideas, to like do something with your brain besides, you know, cooking lunch. Although I really do feel proud of my bento boxes,
mm, mm. You're one of those
um,
moms?
it's quite different than like creating a funnel and sending newsletters to your customers.
Uh, I 100% agree with this. And working gives me an escape. But it's also a double-edged sword because I'm working, and it's, whoever says women can have it all is full of shit. because it's absolutely not true. Something will always suffer, whether it's your work or it's your kids. As a mom, you have to choose. Like, I wish I remember what it was for, but it was when my daughter was a couple of years old, and the school called me and they said that she has a fever and somebody has to pick her up. Who do you think went to go pick her up? I did. And
Yeah.
as I was driving to her, it just hit me that this is why I'm behind. This is why I'm behind men that are also thinkers and doers, but they don't have to leave work early to go pick up their kids. We as mothers do.
Right. You're the
And
default parent.
that day my work suffered because I had to be with her. And then afterwards, you make dinner. And then afterwards it's bedtime. And then afterwards, then you have to work at night. And then it just becomes this like circle where you're either, you're working your entire time that you're up, the entire time that you're awake,
Right. Your entire day.
your entire day. But it's also the same thing as being a stay at home. You're also working the entire time. At least in my situation, because I work, we both, it's understood that I am not taking care of everything in the house. Like, my husband does things for at the house because I simply can't. I imagine, I don't know, in your case, are you the one that's responsible for basically taking care of the household because you are stay at home?
In theory, yes. Um, Although, yes, I should be doing those things, but my husband does a lot
Okay.
and he helps me with my job of stay-at-home momhood and wifery.
Mhm.
And that's a bigger thing of why he does help me, but that would be your job if you're a stay-at-home wife. Like you should keep the house clean.
Right.
Um, but I had business dreams. I wasn't about to like keep the house fully clean like a maid might.
I agree.
That's
I
like really hard. That's a skill that I don't have. I don't see the dirt. I'm like a man in that regard. I had to like really train myself towards like coming to the other side and be like, oh, I spilled coffee on the counter and I didn't clean it. Oh, like I didn't see it.
Mm,
But now I scan and I try to see I'm trying to be better out. I'm trying to be better at housewifery
mm,
now that I'm not doing active coaching, right? So
mm.
I'm trying to be better at those things. Like I do laundry 24/7.
I
Like always clean towels.
Oh my God,
Say
the
what you will about
laundry,
anything, I keep the towels fresh.
the laundry. There's always laundry that is waiting to be folded. Always. Can
My
we discuss
full-time
the chair?
job.
Can we discuss the chair? Do you have the chair?
I don't have a physical chair. I have an ironing board that
All
I
right,
just like
that's.
dump things on.
I feel like every woman has this, and my husband just doesn't understand. But that's because he wears something one time and then he throws it into wash.
I've
That's why
tried.
we have the chair. It's the clothes that is, it's not dirty. I mean, I don't know if I would wash all my clothes after wearing it one time. I don't know. Do women do that?
Well, I started doing that because I live in Florida, and so like in the summertime,
That's different.
three changes a day. Nowadays, it's two changes a day, but like I don't wash my jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
Mm-hmm.
top, I will wash it, but it just depends on the material.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's like a temperature thing. Like it's very sweaty out
Yeah,
here, these
that
Florida streets.
that I understand. But he will do this in the middle of winter when
That makes sense.
there's really no
Oh,
need. But he's a man, so they sweat more. I mean, I understand. Like, I get it. But
so and you have like four people in your household.
the socks.
Does your husband, Pete, help you with your laundry?
Yes, he actually does the laundry most of the time because most of it's his.
So that's where we flipped. Like when I was working on my coaching, Vinny would do like his own laundry. He would do like other things because I literally like don't care.
Yeah.
If I'm working on a project that is like creative work or
Yeah.
just business work,
Yeah.
I don't care. about anything else. Like I don't care. The laundry will get done. I'll buy new things, okay? This newsletter gotta go.
And this is what I'm saying with the something is suffering. If you are in the middle of it and your daughter's coming to you and she wants to play with you, you ain't playing with her, are you? You're gonna say, what are you gonna do?
Leave me alone, child.
Exactly. And then you have the guilt.
Oh yeah, so like when I think back and of like back I have so much guilt of like not today, but of years past of my transgressions. Like she's 2 years old and we're on a conversation about something and I'm like walking through the street. She's like, Mommy. I'm like, hold. Like ill. Like, and I feel so bad about that.
Yeah, the
So
guilt
I try to be
never
better
ends.
today.
The guilt never ends, and it's the same thing with me. Like, my day is broken because I have to pick her up from school, and because I pick her up from school, then obviously that takes away time that I could work. So then when we come home, then I try to work, but she's at home and she comes up to me and she's like,
There's no
"Oh,
working.
yeah," and I'm like, "Girl, like I gotta do stuff." And then at night I try to make up for work, but again, it never ends. And that, I think, is the as being a female entrepreneur, it's a very interesting bracket that we're in, because again, it's not just a job, it's your
Oh,
own business, where it's just there's you have a million hats on, and then there's the biggest hat of all, being a mother, and you have to somehow juggle everything, and that really becomes really difficult.
how do you not have anxiety? Or
um
do you? Join, come tell us, do you?
I don't know. Some days are hard, and um, they're hard because of work, not because of the kids. So at least I'm happy with that. Um, but when it comes to anxiety, no, I don't have it. I just work more. That's it.
So I'm going to stop you right there, right? So I don't coach anymore, but we have a really good opportunity right here, right
Mm.
now, right? Are you open to doing less in your work?
I can't do less. I need to do more.
But you're overwhelmed and you know, right now it sounds like you're doing too much and you're spiral. You know, not that you're spiraling, but it's a cycle that can lead to burnout.
No, I
And
am
you're doing great, but have you ever considered?
I'm very big on burnout, because I think that is the biggest mistake that entrepreneurs make, is they don't realize it, and once you get to a burnout, you're done. So I Saturday, Friday is a day that I allow myself to just kind of like relax. And Saturday and Sunday, I'm done. I don't check in. I don't think about work. I don't do anything. Saturday and Sunday, I'm fully in with the kids. It's just me time.
Mhm,
And I
mhm.
think that's super important, because people do burn out, and then what was the point of all of this? Like, it all
Yeah,
goes to hell. It's all down the toilet if you burn out, and
right.
then you don't want to do this anymore, and then it becomes an issue.
Well, I'm happy you know that.
Yeah, I realized that pretty early on, and I told myself, listen, I want to be successful. I'm not stupid. I need to do it the right way, and the right way is allowing myself time. I also, if I ever do get overwhelmed or I ever get upset about something, like, I mean, things happen. I allow myself that full day to just wallow in my misery. I will not do anything. I will eat. I
Mhm.
will not anymore. Now I really watch myself. But I allow myself to wallow in the misery. And then the next day I wake up and I say, okay, you're done. You got out of your system. Let's go. We're going to start again. I know you wanted to say something about the food. That will be another topic. That will be another
No, it's
topic.
like really strange, like growing up and growing old and how your body just changes. I portion my snacks now. It's such a sad day. Anyways, it's fine. Moving along. Sorry to yes, you do so much, Dasha. Good for you for taking the time. Um, but it's a lot. You know what you need? A wife. A wife who picks up your kids, who does your laundry, who cooks your meals.
Yeah, they're called mother helpers, I think. Mom helpers or something. Yeah, one
Yeah,
day.
it's
When
impossible to do it all.
and that is the next big thing. You need to have a strong mom circle around you. Like they say, it takes a
Yes,
village. 100% it takes a village.
a reliable village that does the things that are
Yes.
kind of mundane. Because really, who wants to fold laundry?
Also, real moms.
Oh yeah, not like the fake moms.
Oh, the fake moms. Oh, my child. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, everything's great. Nothing is great. What are you talking about? Like the ones, the ones with like newborns or even like a toddler. Listen, for the first year, you're just in a fog. You're just in a phase, right? You're just trying to survive the first year. Like the 1 year birthday should be more for the parents that they survived.
Right.
The child's alive, you're alive, everybody's good. You did not get a divorce. If you're
Yes, you're still a family.
you're still a
You're
family.
still a unit.
It should be a celebration of you, really. But those moms bother me.
Yeah, that's I was just thinking about that. That's a whole nother conversation. The moms and like forget like the moms that you meet at the playgrounds. We're past that point.
Yeah.
Now we're like in the school moms,
Hmm.
and that's a different beast. Um, but yes, I don't care about those moms. They're so lovely. But if you're like, oh, my child is perfect, I'm like, okay,
But yeah, it's not even my
good for
child
you.
perfect. It's like, everything's great. Like when you ask them, like, how are you? Right? Like that's my biggest peeve. Like you're having a open conversation, an authentic conversation.
So actually, they are not able to. Like, if a woman is not telling you that, like, she doesn't have the capacity
Mm,
to be that open in this moment. She
mm,
got a shit ton wrong. I'm sorry to curse. Okay, but don't edit that out. She has a lot wrong with her in
mm,
her life, especially if you're like 40 plus, who doesn't?
mm-hmm.
And not like wrong, but you're going through life, you're married, you have kids, business, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And if she's like, everything's great, like
Hmm.
she's just like not ready to expose that part of her life with the person she's talking to. But of course, something is amiss.
Do you
Of
think that
course.
do you think she herself thinks that everything's great? Or she just doesn't want to, or she just wants to put this facade up that she's great? Which one
I
do you
don't
think it
know.
is?
I think it could be both. I think that that's her journey to take.
Mm,
Like I can't be like, oh, she doesn't see what's wrong. Like, but if she doesn't see what's wrong, like amazing, good for you. Like walk on clouds. Who am I to burst your bubble with what I think? Who cares what I think if she thinks she's happy? Right? I just believe that we're women with hormones. We're premenopausal, we're going through menopause, we've been married a long ass time. Okay. Our kids are they don't listen the first time we say something. Okay. There's just a lot to be stressed about, and so if she's not saying it, she's just like she's fronting as the people used to say,
yeah.
just like on average.
And that, so when I come across people like that, when I'm trying to build a relationship,
To
right? You always
connect.
meet people, yeah, when you're trying to connect. If I get that response, I'm like, okay, we have nothing in common. Like I cannot,
Yeah.
I don't do these fake relationships and these fake, like, oh, everything's great. And I don't expect for you to be like, oh, my life, but just be honest and be like, you know, I'm tired, or I've had this or whatever. You can divulge something.
That's so funny. Like I yes, exactly. Those are the moms they don't want to be with that are judgmental. Um, I was on a school trip with my daughter and I kind of like made it seem like, oh, you wanted to like she wanted to go to the bathroom, but then she didn't. I'm like, oh, kids. And some moms like, yeah. And other moms like, so now I know which way to go. And that's
That's right.
okay. Do you? Do this is my child does not listen.
Hmm.
And that drives me mad. And if you don't get it, good for you. You've trained your child much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of, and obviously the biggest thing of all, not so much what changes with us, but the relationship with the daddy.
Yeah.
That could be a whole other episode on its own. How that changes. You have a relationship and everything's great, and then you throw in this human being that you two need to raise together
And agree upon.
and agree upon.
And then still find him to be in the same state that caused you to have a baby with him in the first place. Um,
Mm. And
yeah, like I've talked.
not be overwhelmed with being a mom, that, or obsessed with being a mom and being so just in that role that you forget who you were before, right? Like, so many moms, they become moms and that's it. They feel like they have to change, or they feel like they can't do certain things, or um, they just have this different persona. And I think, we talked about this before, as aging, I refuse to allow the fact that I'm a mother change who I am or who I'm perceived to be. If anything, one of my life's goals is to be a MILF.
You are a MILF. A
That is
mission
my goal.
accomplished.
That is
Mission.
my goal. No, I need a man to. I need somebody who would think I'm a MILF to actually think that. Thank you for
Okay.
thinking that.
I'm sure, please. I'm sure there's a man out there that thinks you're a MILF. And also, she was 38 years old in that movie. In when the MILF in
Was
that
she
American
really?
Pie movie, yeah.
Oh my god.
You're definitely a MILF, and wink, wink.
Oh, you got it again. How did you do it?
I don't know, but
Oh.
the computer thumbs up my comment that I
It
said that.
knows. Oh.
No, let me tell you, it is so hard. Okay, so I used to be as before my baby, I used to be like a thin, fun gal, right? And now that I live in Florida and walking is just not as common as it was in New York, right? I've gained like a ton of weight. It doesn't matter. But the point is, it's not who I used to be, right?
Hmm.
I feel great, I look great, blah, 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 but it's not who I used to be.
Physically?
Yeah,
Just purely physically is not what you used to be.
yes, exactly.
Okay. But
And the amount of effort it takes to like recognize, oh, wow, okay, like I've come, I'm through motherhood, I've like turned my back to myself. I haven't been taking care of myself. I
yeah.
haven't been paying attention to myself. To come out of this rut and to do like to try to get back to who you once were, but like in the time period of now, right? Like I'm not 25, I'm 41, but I like who I used to be is somebody who liked to be thin, right? Like
Mhm.
that's an obnoxious thing to say, but like
Everybody
I don't
likes
want
to
to
be
be
thin.
thin. I don't want to be thin. I want to be fit, right?
Yes.
Fit.
Yes.
Strong is the new thin. Thin is nothing, right?
That's
That
right.
means nothing. Fit. But I was fit before. Like I perceived myself to be fit. Anyways, for moms to unmom themselves, I can relate to how hard that journey is. Like you fall into a rut. Like you start not dressing like you used to dress because
Yes.
you're supposed to dress a certain way after 40. Like my daughter, she tells me when I wear a crop top to stop showing so much skin. Who made
Even
you
if
the
you weren't fit, she
police?
would. Listen, even
Oh,
if
it's
you
not
weren't,
because
it does has nothing to
no,
do.
it has nothing to do with
Yeah.
fitness. No, no, no.
Right.
It's about like now you're my boss.
Mm.
um but yeah, it's really hard. Like I now that we're on the roll, it's really hard to like get back to that. You have especially people with so many kids, right? Like where
Oh,
do you find the time for yourself? Effort. Oh, I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna like wake up an hour earlier than everyone else
yeah.
so that I could do these things for myself.
Yeah. Hide in the
That's
bathroom.
so hard.
That's what we do. We hide in the bathroom, but then the kids try to break down the door.
No, but like even like working out or putting on whatever moisturizers or whatever serums you want to put on for the day before you take on the world, like you have to wake up early and it's
Yes.
hard.
Effort.
It's easy to lose yourself. It's easy to fall into a rut. Been there, done that plenty. It's
But
hard to like look presentable. Like, forget about looking cute. I'm going to go with myself. Presentable all the time.
You know how I feel about this.
I
If
do
you
know.
are not going to work out, you should not be wearing workout clothes. That's it. I said it. I said it. It's out there. Workout clothes are meant to work out in.
So, my Florida standards are a little different than that
Mm-hmm.
because I drive past a gym and
Mm-hmm.
hypothetically I could have worked out
Oh.
before I passed. No, I get you. I would never walk into Manhattan in workout clothes if I wasn't working out.
But like it's like a
But
standard
this
mom
ain't
uniform,
Manhattan.
is it not? It's the standard mom uniform. The
Yeah, because
leggings and the,
trust
work
me,
workout
if you're
gear.
a stay-at-home mom, you need dexterity. You're like doing returns. You're like running to TJ Maxx. You're going to Target, man. You cannot wear what you wear to the office
Hmm.
to stay-at-home momhood.
Hmm.
It's not practical at all. Like, why would I dress up besides showing off and making a statement? Like, why would I look as do look beautiful for drop off to come home
Because that is
and
the
to clean
easiest,
my laundry?
because that is the easiest way that you can stay in touch with yourself
That
and
okay,
look
yes,
good
that's a good way to
and
get out of the rut.
feel good. That is the easiest way.
Bullet point. We guess we know where we are in the rut right now. But like, you know what I mean? Like, that has to be a commitment to be like, oh, I'm gonna dress up and look cute to go home and fold laundry. Or to but like
Yeah,
it's good to look cute running errands, but you
it's a
get where I'm
commitment.
coming from, right? It's just
Yes, I completely agree with you, and that makes sense.
especially when it's cold, the New
Yeah,
York winters, especially you're a stay-at-home mom there,
yeah,
gotta put on this big ass jacket,
yeah.
like multiple layers.
Hmm.
You're gonna ugg it up. You're gonna
But
like be wearing
it's
sweatpants.
the most, yes, and I understand, but it's like the smallest effort where you just put on jeans, and I'm not even talking about like a full head of makeup. Like you don't need that, but just a little bit of an effort in an outfit will then make you feel more like a human and more like what you were before becoming a mom.
I agree with you. That yeah, no. I think it's actually even scientifically proven
What?
that if you dress up like
Oh,
look good based on what look good, feel good. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying
yeah,
like the feeling of the other side.
yeah, yeah.
But summer becomes different because then the weather is nice. You can wear cuter things,
Still,
you know?
still workout clothes though. They're cute workout clothes, but they're still clothes that are meant to work out in.
I don't wear workout clothes in the summertime
Good.
simply because it's just too hot for like
Oh, yes, yes,
leggings and
yes,
pants. And
yes.
then I'm not going to wear like the shorts. But in my mind, I worked out. No, but like I do work out now because I need to stay healthy, mobile, all that
Oh,
stuff.
we all do. I think it's important.
As a former health coach, I'm going to say that you need to do cardio. You need like get walking. It's for
Get
your heart
walking.
health. It's not even to lose weight. You need to build your cardiac strength. So many people have heart disease. That's a very big killer. Ladies, if you care about your children, work out. Stay alive for them.
Yeah.
Don't, do some squats so that when you're 80 years old, you could sit on the toilet unassisted.
Oh, God.
Go to the gym, get a trainer, focus on yourself because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. We got to build muscles, God forbid cancer. There's just so many different ways to die nowadays. And you gotta, like, you just gotta try to live,
You got to try to live. You got to
you
try to
know?
live. Yeah.
So, and living through working out and eating healthy and, not riding the subway like a skateboard. Although, why would an adult do that? Why would an adult do that? They wouldn't. So, bad example, but you get where I'm getting going,
I get what you're going. Yeah. Um, on that note, motherhood is clear,
Amazing.
amazing,
But
amazing,
also,
but also really a lot. And just some days are just This is it. This is it. This is motherhood.
It's like,
I love it so much.
like
I would do anything for my children, but
my favorite is when I try my best for my daughter and she yells at me. I love that.
don't we?
The
Yeah,
best.
it's the best. Or when they love their daddy so much more after you carried them for 9 months and pushed them out of your body.
I'm the spare human here.
Yeah. So on that note,
I feel so good.
It's motherhood is not about having all the answers because we clearly don't. I think it's about growing, right? It's about growing with the kids, with our kids. They're growing and we're growing as humans and as mothers. So I think the most important thing is to give ourselves grace, embrace these changes, and redefine what thriving looks like in this new chapter.
Girl, you always hit the feels on the way out.
Always the feels.
Amazing. Well, great talk.
Great talk.
See you next week.
Oh shit, I already said